In this video, we will examine why Bongbong Marcos, a Philippine dictator's son, leads the race for the presidency. Marcos had an unprecedented 45-point lead over his closest rival, the current Vice President Leni Robredo, in a February survey. The majority of Marcos supporters are those under 30 years old, voters who were not born when his father imposed a nationwide martial law and presided over human rights violations, corruption, and a massive economic slowdown. To make it easier to digest, we will present it through an Euler diagram. On the 1987 Philippine Constitution, it is stated that all citizens of the Philippines 18 years of age or over and residents of the Philippines for 1 year and for at least 6 months in the city or municipality wherein he or she proposes to vote immediately preceding the election are qualified to vote. Thus, let A be all 18 years old and above that are registered to vote and can vote in the 2022 elections. Based on what the COMELEC had said, more than half of the 65.7 million voters in the country are between ages 18 and 41. A total of 37,015,901 fall under the age bracket, accounting for 56% of local voters. Thus, let B represent the registered voters aged between 18 to 41. On September 23, 1972, the late President Ferdinand Marcos appeared on national television to formally announce that the Philippines was under martial law, and formally ended it on January 17, 1981. However, it was not until 1986 when democracy was restored during the People Power Revolution. So those born after 1986 haven't experienced martial law, meaning all registered voters aged 36 and below are not present during the martial law. Thus, let C be the voters that are not present during the martial law. On premises A and B, it can be said that there are voters aged 30 and below. Thus, we can let D the registered voters aged 30 below. It is stated in the article that from one data point, the majority of Marcos supporters are those under 30. With this, we can let E and F represent all the supporters of Bongbong Marcos. Premise F represents Marcos supporters that are under 30 years old, while Premise E represents the supporters of Marcos that are above 30. In conclusion, the majority of Marcos supporters are those under 30, as represented by Premise F, who were not born when his father imposed a nationwide martial law, as represented by Premise D. This is a huge part of the reason why he is leading in the polls, as more than half of the registered voters are in the youth, aged 18 to 41, as represented by Premise B.